I asked my viewers to make custom Magic the Gathering cards. Some of them were absolutely great. Others were not so great. I then took these cards and I put them into a tier list. Here's the result of that. So we got Rolly Eldrazi. It has Annihilator 1, and it's a 1-mana 1-1. This is a problem, because the average 1-1 colorless has some ability like sacrifice it, put a +1/+1 thing. The smallest card with Annihilator 1 costs 9 mana. That's not good. This is F tier. It's horrible. We got, this ability right here sucks. It makes you discard for every card you play. It's just bad. F tier. We got Gunnar the Breathless. So he's like, hey, you get a saga, you get another saga. But it needs more color. I feel like there's not enough sagas in red and white. So, yeah, C tier. Alright, Demos, the Self-Crowned. I don't know what this says. It says with one Demos acting as a commander at a time. I don't know what that's trying to say. F tier. The commander makes no sense. Pulvi, Wanderer of the Wilds. First of all, formatting is absolutely horrible. Then he says, spells you control have Landstorm. The number of lands you may play each turn is reduced by 1. I'm just going to show these right here. C tier. Cyber Enlightenment. That seems like a bit much for the card, but then I do like that ability. So I'll put it at a B tier, even though it's a bit overpowered. Alright, Miranda Vanderbilt. Fish Tribal, and I think that's really cool. But that ability as an instant win on a commander is always a bit much, so I'm going to put that as a B tier. Ice Bear. Finally, we have a card that can counter this Fish Tribal, and I think that's fantastic. A tier. Absolutely love Ice Bear. Alright, so this card, it's got a lot of text on it, which I only read half of it, but it kind of just felt like a bunch of random abilities stitched together, and I didn't feel any kind of theme to it. We'll put it as a C tier. Alright, we have Busy Battle Artificer. I feel like that's better, like, add equipment to its hand, and then it uses its ability to play all equipment cards in your hand. I think that would have been better, B tier. Alright, we have Crystal Beast. First off, I want to say, great job. It's not a legendary, so I'm going to give you plus creativity, because everybody only inserts legendary creatures, and that's absolutely amazing. I'll put it as an A tier just for that alone. Alright, we have Yasha, Avatar of Melancholy. So it says, if Yasha, Avatar of Melancholy, blocks a creature without flying or reach, it gains indestructible until the end of turn. And then it can make them lose those abilities. Then what? Like you block a creature, and then he's indestructible. Now what? What's the end game with this card? I don't see what the idea is. That's it. D tier. Alright, we have Azura, Avatar of Wrath. You have an unearth cost, and you get him from the graveyard to the battlefield. Then what's the end game here? It's the same as the last one. It's just like D tier. I don't get what the idea is. Rat Singularity. It says, Rat Singularity gets 2 to the power of X plus 0, where X is the number of rats you control. Then it can have any number of them in its deck. So that's a problem, because if you only have 4, and I mean only 4, then there are 18 ones, and there's a ton of ways to abuse that, and that's absolutely horrible. I'm going to put it as an F tier. Alright, Skinwalker. It has Indestructible, and then guess what? It's literally just a Ravenous Chupacabra on standby. And then, like I said, you can't kill it because that's Indestructible. And if you do, it goes back to your hand. It's unbelievably overpowered. F tier. Horrible card. Alright, Lawrence, the first Vicar. It's cool. Cool. What's the point of it? I don't know. C tier. We got Zorak, Boulder Tosser. That's B tier, I guess. I don't know. Alright, Haven, Twin Tempest. That's an overly convoluted effect, which parts of it I like, but it's too much, and the cost is way too low for the ability you get. It's C tier. Alright, Minuscule Clawmaw. There's no such thing as protection from green. I absolutely disagree with this card. F tier. Alright, Grand Inquisitor Libarto. So Eminence is a bad ability, and the designers of Magic the Gathering have said so, because there's no way to respond to it. And it says, at the beginning of your upkeep, if Liberto is in the command zone or on the battlefield, target opponent chosen at random becomes a suspect. Then it says, at the beginning of your end step, if no player is a suspect, you investigate. This doesn't work, because there's literally no way to make people not suspects. So, yeah, I'm going to put that as an F tier. Alright, Fever Pitch. You have 2 mana. And you got a lot of text. Chill. You can be overpowered once you have 3 mana, alright? D tier. I just want to say, when I look at this card, the first thought that comes into my head is pick a lane and stick with it. There's too many words here. I get having more abilities in one, but, like, it's too much. F tier. A fish. It's flavorful. It's balanced. S tier. Alright, Misty, Perception Blender. This card gets a lot of just low-cost cards, and it's just fantastic with that. And I think that it could even be changed to any target. I'll put it as an A tier. Alright, that's too many words. I don't know how to read. F tier. I don't want to read it. So this card, it's got a problem with it, as it has the ability Evoke, so you can just pay it for its Evoke cost rather than its Commander cost. There's a reason why Wizards of the Coast has never put Evoke on any legendary creature in the game. F tier. Alright, Steam Reactor Golem, C tier. I mean, you can read the card if you want. There's nothing on there I really just care about in the slightest. St. Nicholas, Spirit of Giving. First off, it should be red and green if it's in St. Nicholas Commander, otherwise it makes no sense. Second of all, that just doesn't do anything because you never specify what the present tokens do. And that's just too much going on with the Slay ability. I don't like it. D tier. Alright, we have Death's Gambit. I hate this card so much, I'm not even going to rate it F tier. I'm rating it double F tier because it is unbelievably horrible. Stormcatcher Golem. You can get Lightning Bolt with this card. It's aggressive. I think it's B tier. Fantastic. Alright, Solomon, Master Replicator. Technically, it's only for instants and sorceries, but I get what you're saying when you say Replicator. It's a B tier, whatever. Alright, Friends are advantages. So, this card looks cool, but there's a problem. What if you have these two cards here? Now, I get a lot of cards in Magic the Gathering have, like, infinite combos or anything, but, like, if I could come up with this, and I'm an idiot, then there must be a lot more broken stuff. I feel like this last ability should be limited to once a turn. Yeah, F tier. Alright, so this card, you know, you have one of them, you get another one, you get another one, you get another one, you get another one, and then you get another one, you draw cards. B tier. Alright. C tier. And the ability is a bit overly convoluted, too. I don't really like it. Alright, Magic the Noah. That card is just much too weak for what it should be, and it has no stats. F tier. Seagull Storm. First off, this card should be red. Second off, this card has an overly convoluted effect that I'm not... Listen, I'm not smart enough to understand that. You gotta dumb it down a bit. F tier. I want you in the F tier. Alright, formatting. If you're gonna submit something, make it look nice. F tier. Heat Current. I like the idea. It's too much. 1 mana, 4 damage. It's C tier. Alright, Countdown to the Apocalypse. A tier. I like how it ramps up and it wipes the board. And it costs a lot of mana too. It's fantastic. I absolutely love it. Alright, No One Will Find Your Battery. You don't need to put that there. And wording is very weird because you don't kill cards, you destroy them. That's B tier. Alright, Equal Dragon Weapon. I've read this card and I do not understand it no matter how many times I read it. So, we'll put that as a D tier. Marks the Spot. That's too many words. Once again, this is not Yu-Gi-Oh! F tier. Alright, Goblin Grillmaster. Whenever Goblin Grillmaster deals combat damage to a not-artifacted creature, exile that creature and create a food token. It's a good flavor. I like it. It tells a story. This card right here was a Spirited Companion. We'll put that in A tier. Very nice. Alright, Magus of the Tempting Orb. First of all, it's Magus. And if you're going for something else, I don't care. You're still wrong. D tier. Unfurling Fields. You know, the entire reason we have the color pie is specifically so that cards like this don't exist. F tier. If the card exists, there's no point in the color pie. I have nothing to say about this one. It's B tier. I don't even care. We got, okay, I know you already know what I'm going to say. There's too many words. You got to pick a lane and you got to stick with it. F tier. Great art. Bad wording. C tier. Alright, I like this guy because he's a train commander, and I think trains are pretty cool, so we'll put him at an A tier. Alright, Charizard, which makes people play more sub-games of Magic, and more Magic is good, so we'll put that in an S tier. Alright, Famished, A tier, even though its uses are kind of niche, but I kind of like it. Phyrexian Planet, this card looks kind of familiar, it's almost like I've seen it before. Oh wait, I have, F tier. This ability right here is called an Eminent ability, and like I said, there's a reason why they don't make cards with Eminent abilities anymore, because they're just broken, D tier. Alright, Poisoning the Well. Land Destruction equals fun. So this card is an A tier. Easy. Alright. I didn't even read this whole card, but I just see this one. Target a player discards a card at random for 1 black mana. So usually when you play a discard card, you have to lose that card in your hand when you cast that card. But this could just be done whenever, which is unbelievably broken. F tier. Hate it. We got this card. Why do you all love broken mechanics? And everybody just tries to put as much Phyrexian mana on their card as possible. I don't get it. C tier. You got this card who literally just takes all your planeswalkers and steals their abilities, and then you can't use them. F tier, I hate them. Alright, Rainy Day Fund, which pretty much just says that any color like white can pay 4 and get 3 cards next turn, which is kind of overpowered. F tier, same problem with the color pie. Alright, Sliver Spy, it's anti-sliver. I love that, it's A tier. Alright, this should be Kicker 6. A tier. Alright, Sun's Temple Valley. Look at that. It taps for 3 mana. That's just a Black Lotus, which is banned in every format. It's F tier. Nothing. I mean, honestly, where the bar is set right now, it's an S tier. All right, this is overly convoluted. I like what you're going for, but I C tier. Quadrupus, A, F tier. I feel like I should hate this card more than I do, but I don't. A tier. All in, F tier. All right, subscribe and you're S tier. Thank you for watching.